learn about warrior cooking, Chef Ash and I spent the night in a small village of Samod, an hour outside Jaipur. When I was woken up by the kids, I didn't know where I was. To see all these faces above me, it was a bit surreal.
Morning.
My sleep last night was actually quite cold. I actually froze. You guys were like roosters. You had to wake us up this early. So where do I get coffee?
Oh, we'll milk the buffalo first. And they use it for the ghee. They make the curd. They make buttermilk.
So the fresh buffalo milk.
Yeah. You want to try some?
Oh, that's all.
This is fresh.
Thank you.
Can't be fresher than this.
Buffalo milk, straight out of the buffalo. Nothing like it. Tastes sweet, it was warm. I kind of didn't miss my cappuccino. You usually use buffalo ghee and curd or a cow?
We use both. So now we'll make a yogurt. So the milk we got from the buffalo, they will boil it first.
So is this her job every day to make the ghee?
They do it every day.
The buffalo milk that's been boiled cools down?
It cools down. So after 45 minutes, they will put the culture.
And now it's cooled off. How long does this take before it becomes yogurt?
7-8 hours.
So this is the previous day's yogurt?
This is the previous day's yogurt. And they'll put this thing inside and then churn it.
Oh, cool. Is this how your parents used to do it?
Easy. Try for 10-15 minutes and then say.
That's how long you have to do it for?
Speed does matter.
Am I doing okay?
ठीक कर रहा है? ठीक कर रहा है?
No.
चलता रहो. Tagyo.
Don't laugh at me. I just don't want to take away all the fun. I stopped making the ghee because I didn't want it to split or spoil. And in part, it was hard work. And why is she adding cold water?
She's adding so that the butter inside, it solidifies and sets. She's saying it's done now.
It's done? Well, this looks like an Italian cheese called burrata.
Yeah?
So adding cold water solidifies it. Right.
Solidifies it more.
So this is pure butter.
It's fresh.
Oh, wow. It's like this beautiful fat that explodes in your mouth. So, Ash, now that we have the butter, we can make ghee, clarified butter.
Now it's ready.
So it's essentially heating up the butter so it splits. You're removing the liquid and keeping the fat.
Right.
So, Ash, what is she doing now?
She's removing the frothy liquid from the top, and whatever is left will be the ghee.
I say.
This is clarified butter or ghee now. Smells nice?
Pure ghee.
It's pure ghee.
Thank you. How old's this village?
They were nomads. For thousands of years, they've been living, wandering here and there. So for last 110, 120 years, they've been settled here.
And camels?
They don't have tractors and all.
Right.
So they use camels for the transportation.
And they used to be nomads, so they used to travel with the camels.
So they carry the legacy.
Chef Ash and I make lunch. I decide to make risotto. Now, it wasn't really a risotto. It was just rice. That was a big fire. They're laughing at the city boy.
C'era una volta un'ape.
Ghee, right in. Coriander powder. Look at the color that we're getting out of that. And now the rice.
C'era una primavera.
Yeah, you can really smell the ghee and the coriander powder.
You want some more heat, David?
Yeah, a little more heat.
A little more?
Who wants to help me?
C'era una pecora pigra.
Should I add some water now?
Che non voleva saltare.
Some salt.
Nessuno si poteva addormentare.
I'm gonna stir this, let the water reduce, and we'll finish it off with chili powder and the curd. Okay. Are you guys hungry? Yeah? You wanna start the chapati?
Okay, so this is whole wheat flour.
Whole wheat flour.
I put salt in this, just for a taste. I mix it well.
You put no yeast in it, nothing?
No yeast, we don't put yeast in our breads.
Okay.
Some water.
And this would be the classic chapati recipe every Indian mother makes.
Yeah. So what I do is now, I make a balls, small roundels. So I roll it up now, nice and round.
Yep.
You know, in India, if you don't make a round chapati, the people laugh at you and they say you are making different country maps. The chapati just goes in.
Well, I see you've made them nice and round, so I won't be teasing you about making a map of a country. My rice is done. I'm not sure if I'm gonna call it a risotto. A little bit of chili.
Be generous, David. These people would like it. I mean, if you make it more spicy.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish it off with some more yogurt.
La luna offesa smise di farsi vedere.
You guys ready to eat?
E tu
The kids were so inviting and warm and curious, and then we ate all together. Chapati is Indian bread, and it's had with almost every meal. And Chef Ash just quickly made it.
80 centimetri dici che non vuoi dormire.
You know, kids don't lie. I saw them eating the risotto, and they were licking their fingers. Some even had seconds. It's amazing how much chili powder these kids eat. I mean, it was spicy, and this 3-year-old was eating it. The flavor was there, the spice, the sourness of the buffalo yogurt. I liked it. Well, thank you. This was a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you. You guys were really wonderful. I'm in the area of Samod, which is about an hour outside Jaipur. Chef Ash and some of the men wanted to take me to the countryside to have a ceremonial meal. It's a rite of passage, and I know what we're eating. We're eating a goat. Thing is, the goat's with us walking, and I know it's gonna happen. I saw one of the men sharpening his knives, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to see this. I'm a meat eater. I love meat, so I can't pretend that I don't know where the meat comes from. It came from somewhere. When he put the knife in the goat's neck and started cutting, I looked away and then said, no, I gotta experience this. And once I got over that and just appreciated the animal giving up its life for us, it became a bit of a different experience.
What they do is they take the hide and they put a salt in it.
Salt?
And put it in a warm place for a couple of months.
Right.
It dries up and they collect 200, 300 by that time. And then they sell it all together.
I see. I asked a question, so how long have you been doing this?
Khandani?
And he responded, since I was born. I mean, this is their tradition. They do this at such a young age, and for them, it's second nature. It's amazing how he's cleaning it. I thought there would be an absolute mess, and he's done it with such cleanliness and precision. The guy was brilliant. Within 10 minutes, he killed, cleaned, and butchered the goat. They did it respectfully. Everything's used up. They didn't waste any of the meat.
All over.
This is so all the salt and pepper and the marinade can get into the meat. Wow, look at that. It's still pulsating.
Yeah.
Ash, what is he doing there?
They don't have assistants working, so they have to make use of their legs, their hands to cut meat.
That's his third arm.
That's a third arm.
So a little salt,
Yeah.
and now chili.
Chilies.
Lots of chilies.
It's an old technique. They won't carry much stuff when they go for a war or shoot.
Just salt and pepper.
Just salt and pepper. Now we have to roll the chapatis on top.
Okay.
These are little bigger ones for them to roll. We'll apply some ghee to it to give it a smoky flavor.
And we're wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up.
Wrapping up into the goat.
Yeah.
So with the chapati bread, it'll get almost a little toasted.
Yep, little bit. What will happen is the meat is juicy, so it will not let it burn as well.
So that's ready to get cooked.
And now, cover it up with sand.
Not with charcoal.
Charcoal will come on top of the sand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is what the hunters used to do. In the morning, they would put it in the ground, slow cook it, go out to hunt, and then
by the time in the evening they come,
it'll be ready.
it's all cooked for their dinner.
Amazing.
Yeah. We put it on top of this now.
I mean, the heat that's coming from here is quite intense.
And sand gets heated very fast.
Right. The sand acts as a conductor.
Yeah.
Traditional cooking here in this area was about simplicity. Some salt, some pepper, and then the meat that was hunted. That's exactly what we did. This is exciting, to cook a leg of goat and cook it in the ground. It's slow cooking, it's traditional cooking. This is warrior cooking. This is what the Rajputs did.
Seems it's done.
Hot.
That's it.
Oh, wow. I don't know what the secret was. Maybe it's just the environment or the fact that the goat was just killed a few hours before, but the meat was flavorful, a bit smoky, and it was so moist, slow cooked. The chapati bread just held all that flavor in. I mean, it's really what tradition's all about. You don't have to complicate it. So tell me about this. What's it called?
It's called Khadro Pindo.
Khadro Pindo.
Khad means pit.
Pit?
Pit, and Pindo
Pindo?
means thigh, the leg.
The leg.
Yep.
Khadro Pindo.
Khadro Pindo.
You know, it's not that Chef Ash is gonna go back to a five-star hotel and cook this way, but I think what it does is it gets him reconnected to his roots, to the people, to tradition, and how food used to be cooked. Have you guys ever cooked with extra virgin olive oil?
They don't know what olive oil is. We don't grow it at all.